DMV family. This is Dr. Gina Brown. I currently serve as the 12th president of Oakwood University, and I want to thank you, my running DMV family, for doing this 5K to raise money for Oakwood. I am so grateful to each and every one of you for Lord Henry, my favorite teacher, my favorite triathlon just guru, for putting this on and for getting everybody out here. Oakwood is important to each of you, whether you went to Oakwood or not. It's our school. It's an HBCU, and as such, legacy is important. So, on behalf of our 1,200 students that are here, our campus that holds 1,100 acres, the thousands of shareholders and people who love Oakwood, thank you, thank you, thank you for running that race. You guys know it's Sunday morning, so you know I wish I was in DC running it with you, but it's OU Live here where we get all the way live. So thanks to each and every one of you for coming out, for putting out your time, your effort. Have a great race, a great run. And thank you so much, Lori, for putting this on. OU, you're the best. Love each and every one of you. Thanks so much, and God bless.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jennifer Gill Fordham, and I am the proud president of the Centennial Class of 1996, Oakwood University. Woo! We love our school, and we are coming together to walk for Oakwood. We want to give back to the school that has given us so much. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's get our walk on.
Oakwood University. We are here at Haynes Point for the 5K Fun Run, the inaugural fun run that's been brought to you by the Centennial Class of 1996. My name is Mashonda Miles, and I'm here with Roycelyn, right? So, Roycelyn, what was the whole idea around having a fun run, and why now?
Our goal here was really, if you go to that website, you'll see it's 50,000. And so far we've raised over 30,000. We've gotten sponsors, and we are really grateful to the supporters that we have. So just keep giving. Just keep giving. It is going to the students. I tell people, we remember, when we were in school, when we needed that extra piece of change. Well, this is going to give them a whole boatload of change, and we're just excited to give back to the school.
Well, I love the idea of giving. You want to sow where you want to go. But one of the things that I want you to share is for those people who might see this, who don't know what Oakwood is, can you tell people what Oakwood is and how they can give and why it's important for them to give to a cause they may not really know much about?
Yes, yes. So Oakwood is an HBCU, the only HBCU in the Seventh-day Adventist Church. It's where the is red in color, and it's a small HBCU, but you get one personal education. You learn about Christ 24/7, and you have that foundation. And from Oakwood, you could go anywhere. Johns Hopkins, Harvard, Yale. You're not missing out. A lot of times, oh, you're missing out if you go to HBCU, but that's your. And so I would say just continue.
To know that they can start in the HBCU to get that richness of culture, and in your case, richness of culture and richness of knowing who Christ is and developing that solid foundation. So when you do go out into the world, you don't slip through the cracks, right? And so, and then they can matriculate on to other greater institutions if they so choose. For that person who might be on the fence, and considering coming to Oakwood, how would you encourage them to come to Oakwood? Like, what would be your call to action or your elevator pitch, per se, to get them to come to Oakwood? This is a person who might be a senior in high school or a junior coming to be a senior, and they're going around to different institutions now thinking about what school they want to go to. What would you say, as a former graduate, you are a college officer, and you just said that they could start here and then go, what would be your call to action? What are some things they could look forward to on campus? Give them that pitch.
You're not going to get that at some of the other non-HBCs. So you have that community, and the teacher cares about you. You could go into the teacher's office, and they'll help you with whatever you need help with. And also, there's a lot of opportunities. I will say that Oakland was not my first choice. I was going to University of Michigan,
Roycelyn, I'm also glad that you did. Give it a try, and we will see you next year at the second fun run. So thank you so much to the P96. We appreciate all that you all are doing, and yeah, we'll see what's next. So, all right, go. Bye.
Capital Sprints designs and integrates high-tech audiovisual systems for government, business, education, and house of worship clients. We install audiovisual systems, perform rack cleanup, cable installation and termination, and certification. Capital Sprints provides training, live production, and web streaming services. Rentals of digital audio and video systems is available. Contact us at www.capitalsprints.net. Small businesses run on big ideas, but keeping the books balanced takes time you don't always have. CPR Business Services brings over 3 decades of bookkeeping, accounting, and auditing expertise to help businesses like yours stay on track financially. We provide bookkeeping and financial oversight with the accuracy of a full-time bookkeeper at a fraction of the cost. Let us handle the books so you can focus on growth.
Healthy feet, confident you. At Crawford Podiatry, we blend expert care with modern treatments for comfort and lasting wellness.
And just like that, we are back. And I'm here with one of the sponsors. This is Miss Dion Crawford. How you doing today?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm great, but you've been bringing the energy. And now you're like very subtle. I'm like, who is this Dion?
You know, this is camera Dion. It's different. It's a different type of Dion. You know?
Okay. Well, let me get posh as well. So, Miss Dion, you are a sponsor of the inaugural fun run here for Oakwood. Why and what is your business?
Okay, so I am the owner and CEO of Crawford Podiatry and Aesthetics, and I believe I owe my whole practice to Oakwood. And so, of course, definitely when I was bought with the opportunity to actually give back, absolutely was a rounding yes immediately.
I love that. I love that. Like you owe your university, and that's, I would assume, it's because of the foundation. So let's go back, talk about that foundation, and then we'll come back to the business part of it. Tell us about your foundation that you received at Oakwood.
Okay, so I was one of the lucky students that already knew they were going to Oakwood from high school. I went to Pine Forge Academy, and that was a feeder school for Oakwood. So I always knew that I was going. That chemistry department was what made me who I am today. I mean, I thought that I was, so smart and above it all at high school. Got so humbled at Oakwood, like, okay, very challenging program, and that actually was a great base for where I had to build. And so definitely Oakwood gave me everything. I felt like I could be in any rooms, at any table, stand in front of anyone, talk my talk, because I knew I could back it up. And that's what Oakwood gave me.
It's that confidence I'm here for.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, so fast forward, you're now the owner and CEO of Crawford Podiatry and Aesthetics?
Yes.
So, I made a joke with you earlier.
You're going to tell everyone? Are you going to say it?
Well, I feel like I'm trying to, yes, I am. I was like, that's a really interesting field to want to be in Because like I run from anything dealing with podiatry. See, I did it in a posh, classy way.
You did. You almost took me there because I was about to answer you that way as well. Okay.
I had to remember which
Yes,
Dion I had in front of me.
yes.
And so people are out here running today.
Yes.
And you're a sponsor. So how can they take care of their podiatry needs?
Well, first call me, book me. No, it's interesting, especially during running season. It's very important. Proper shoe fittings, proper care for your feet, making sure that maintenance is actually incorporated in your training. And yes, and we do all of that at Crawford Podiatry and Aesthetics.
I did that for a reason because I need people to know what you do so that they can call you, they can book you. Because some people, they hear podiatry and they think older individuals.
Absolutely, and that is such a misnomer when it comes to podiatry. No, everyone that has feet should see a podiatrist. I mean, there's no getting around it. We put so much trauma on our feet on a daily basis. I mean, from something as simple as putting on the wrong shoes, not knowing your correct shoe size. Everyone pretty much needs some type of orthotic or insert in their shoes because of just the normal wear and tear that you put on them. And so everyone needs to see a podiatrist.
Like everyone?
Like everyone. I have not seen anyone that's like, okay, no foot problems at all. Absolutely. And it's not just like, okay, just go to a podiatrist for a problem. Maintenance as well.
Well, it looks like that's you too, we need to go and see Crawford Podiatry and Aesthetics because we need that maintenance. We need to make sure that these feet that we have been gifted with can keep us going and keep us doing fun runs like the one here today with Oakwood for years to come. So with that, thank you so much, Crawford Podiatry and Aesthetics, and Miss Dion Crawford, that is. So can you give us a little bit of that Dion energy as we go out?
Okay, so let's just say it is not too late to donate. You can still donate to this wonderful cause. And please, please, please know that we will be back in a city near you in 2026. But give up until Alumni Weekend 2026. Give. And go class of 96. Yes, Centennial class of 1996.
That's that energy I was waiting for.
Yes. But anyway, Crawford Podiatry and Aesthetics. Yes.
You can't give nobody a mic. I'm telling you.
In 1907, Adventist Healthcare opened its first hospital in Montgomery County. Since then, we've grown to become a comprehensive healthcare system, offering a full continuum of high-quality care across more than 50 facilities to thousands of patients across the Washington, D.C. region. With advances in medical treatments and technologies, a world-class team, and numerous awards and recognitions, we remain true to our mission of extending God's care through the ministry of physical, mental, and spiritual healing. Adventist Healthcare features 3 acute care hospitals: Shady Grove Medical Center, White Oak Medical Center, and Fort Washington Medical Center, and 2 full-spectrum rehabilitation hospitals, along with multiple outpatient rehab centers. Adventist Healthcare also manages Howard University Hospital in the nation's capital. We also offer a network of cancer centers, imaging locations, primary and multi-specialty care, and home care services. Adventist Healthcare is a regional leader known for world-class services in areas such as heart care, orthopedics, maternity, and mental health, and has developed the region's largest clinically integrated network with more than 1,700 participating physicians and providers working together to improve quality of care and patient outcomes throughout the region. Adventist Healthcare has all of your health needs covered. For over a century, we've stayed true to our calling to offer hope and healing by promoting wellness, providing outreach to the most vulnerable in our region, and serving our community with compassionate, high-quality care.
For over 25 years, I've been helping people take charge of their health using the foods and flavors we love in the Caribbean. My books are written to inspire you with simple, culturally familiar ways to prevent disease and live well, whether it's fighting cancer, improving your gut health, dealing with emotional eating, or using local foods as medicine. Discover my books today on Amazon. I'm Dr. Letitia Henry, and prevention starts with you. And don't forget to follow me on YouTube and social media.
My biggest accomplishment, I think, is being able to maintain my payroll. I didn't have to lay anyone off. Everyone was fully employed, even with the ups and downs as far as closures and our industry really taking a hit. But we found other things to do, right? Other ways to keep people busy. To me, that's the most important thing. And that's my greatest accomplishment, is being able to keep my people busy, keep them employed. Now, the thing that really surprised me about being a small business owner is how much I didn't and still don't know. Right? The 10KSB program really helped me, and the Baltimore Cohort 5, going through that, really let me kind of fine-tune my business, take a look at those processes mainly that were really neglected when I should have been looking at them not instead of, but along with running my business, or I thought it really wasn't a part of running my business. A lot of things I didn't think about. I never really gave the supply chain much of a thought. I figured the stuff I needed to do my job would always be there, but with a global event that we've gone through, to not be able to get anything and to really think, not only do you have to change direction, but maybe even change what you do or how you do it.
Healthy feet, confident you. At Crawford Podiatry, we blend expert care with modern treatments for comfort and lasting wellness.
Capital Sprints designs and integrates high-tech audiovisual systems for government, business, education, and house of worship clients. We install audiovisual systems, perform rack cleanup, cable installation and termination, and certification. Capital Sprints provides training, live production, and web streaming services. Rentals of digital audio and video systems is available. Contact us at www.capitalsprints.net.
I want to talk about that because I think sometimes, especially with the current generation, they don't really have an idea of what it takes to struggle through school, because their parents are now probably in a position where they can give their needs. But there are still some people who might need that additional assistance. What was that like for you while you were at Oakwood, and how did that help you to flourish when you got out of school to become successful enough to want to be able to give back or have the additional income to give back?
So I'm just old enough that Oakwood was still on a quarter system when I graduated. And so we had 3 terms. And literally every term, I never knew whether I would be able to be back. We had the Pell Grant, which was called BEOG at the time. Mm-hmm. But we just had enough. I just never knew. On the winter breaks, I would go home. I would work at least 2 jobs. In the summer, I would work at least 3 jobs. And it took everything, and literally almost always I was down to like the final 2 weeks and wasn't certain. So I just always thought that, like, if I could do something differently, I would. If I ever got out, I didn't want to be, the perpetual student. And I thank God that I eventually got out. So it's not, in my estimation, it's not hard to try to pay it forward. I think some of our kids or students don't have that struggle, and so they may not know what it takes. But for me, it just created a sense of like nothing's promised. And I never knew quarter to quarter, but I believed that God would help me, and He did. And then getting out of school, like I just always thought and believed and still do, you just have to grind. You do what you have to do to make it happen. And God will always bless you when you trust Him. And I don't even know if it's a when you trust Him. It's not a contingency, right? That God promises to bless us, but there's probably always more that we can do to persist and to have or show grit. So I believe in that, try to teach that to my kids, and hopefully efforts like this won't be lost on kids that were like me, who didn't have much and are not really certain what it's going to look like next semester.
I love what you said, Mr. Washington, in terms of God will provide. But then you also came back and you said that it's not when you trust God, because God promises, he just has certain promises. But he does say when you trust. So there is a little bit of a contingency. But for those who are in that situation, just know that God is a provider. And so, but he's diligent to those who seek him and trust, right? So I think that is a key point. But one of the things when you were talking, I heard sometimes people are scared to make the ask. And in order to get sponsorships, you have to be okay with making the ask and being okay to being rejected, which kind of goes back into that trust factor. So can you talk about how you were able to help garner sponsorships for this particular event?
This event, I mean, I don't want to take undue credit. I think that Lloyd and Marcia and others have done a lot more. But just in terms of trying to get people to register, just blow up your networks. I know someone who actually is an Oakwood grad who's an Instagram influencer. She has more than 20,000 followers. So she's going to be somebody that I hit up. There are other people who are good with social media or on social media a lot. I tend to try to hit them up. And, there's always the emotional appeal. You hope that people, because they went to Oakwood or they have some affinity that they want to do something. But just from a business standpoint, that's not enough. So I find that trying to work networks, particularly on this one where there was so much at stake, where we wanted to make certain there was enough to meet the match, the networks definitely helped. And shout out to anybody watching this that responded to the stuff that I sent, because they did so much more than me. I'm not ashamed. I'm not too proud to beg. I'm not ashamed about asking for Oakwood. Our students need it, and they deserve it, because most of them are working really hard for it.
I love how you said that you're not too proud to beg, especially for Oakwood, which is a good cause. Because for me, I'm like, if it's for me, I'm like a little timid. I don't want to ask. But when you're going hard for a cause that you love, it's definitely a lot easier. So we're making an appeal to the next generation because we're doing this for the next generation. So what would you say to someone who's going to see this perhaps on a social media clip as to why they should choose Oakwood?
Oakwood has so many possibilities for just about every student. It's not for every student, but there are so many possibilities. There are so many opportunities to learn, to meet, to improve. And I found as a young person growing up in the projects in Pittsburgh that it was sort of what I needed. And there were other schools that I had hoped to attend, didn't have the money to attend. Oakwood was an opening for me. But I think students just being able to meet others from around the world and always having a connection to somebody around the world. I'm in a fraternity. And people speak of sororities and fraternities as though, it's the end all the networking. I can go somewhere almost always and will find somebody from Oakwood. And so I think that just the opportunity to connect, the opportunity to grow and have a relationship with Christ that is in a setting where other people are trying to do that. They're not perfect, but none of us are. But that is an advantage. It's almost an exponential advantage, I think. And just like when we trust in God to do more because we're asking exponentially, he will do it. And I think Oakwood is an exponential factor for most students, not all students, but I'm certainly glad that I had the opportunity. And I hope others will as well because of our efforts.
Your last statement in terms of Oakwood not being for everyone is paramount. But in that, you stated that students have an opportunity to learn more about Christ, which is important. I think Miss Ronlin said that, oh, okay. We have our first runners coming in.
Let's go! Let's go!
Yay.
Oakwood!
So this is literally happening live, breaking news. We, don't know what may happen, but we're here. So as we were saying about Christ.
I'm sorry for my Albert.
No, you're fine. I think it's important that students have that opportunity to go into a place where they don't have to feel threatened to be able to show their faith and wear their faith. And so Oakwood provides that. So if you're looking at this, Oakwood University is for you. Thank you so much, Mr. Washington. It's been a pleasure.
Can I say one thing? I know
Sure.
it's been long. Like, I think it's great to be in a place where your faith can thrive, but people out here outside of Oakwood, people that don't know what we know and believe of God, deserve the connectivity to that, right? It's not just for Oakwood and people who believe like you. It is like what you believe and what you do with it outside where no one knows. Some people don't even know God. Some people don't ascribe to God. Like, I think when I was at Oakwood, the theme used to be enter to learn, depart to serve. And I just think that is important. It's not just what you do at Oakwood, it's what you do beyond Oakwood. And this guy, Lloyd Henry, is a prime example of somebody whose life is touching other people. He's not preaching, but he's living, and he's faithful, and God is blessing him. I think people outside of Oakwood need to see that, and our students have an opportunity to be those kinds of ambassadors for Christ. All right.
I love it. Ambassadors for Christ. Let's go. All right, we'll be back with you with another interview in just a moment. All right.
Sandy Audiovisual is a African-American and female-owned minority business enterprise, and we specialize in live events, particularly live web streaming. We've spent over a decade and a half really honing our skill set in the streaming media space. The number one thing with IBM Cloud Video I think that appeals to our customers is customer service.
What I like with working with IBM Cloud Video is the ease of the relationship. And whenever I have a question or a concern, I can pick up the phone, someone actually answers that phone and is able to resolve whatever I have going on. The client wants a product that's easy to use, that meets their quality requirements, that looks great, so that their customers feel like they're watching a TV program. And the platform that IBM Cloud Video has provides all of those in one package.
Sharday Hollins, founder and executive director of Legacies Empowered. We had some great opportunities that we exposed our youth to all around the area. Through your support, we're able to continue this amazing work, ensuring that youth get skills for them to be successful. We encourage you to donate so that you can be a part of empowering and creating another legacy builder.
Healthy feet, confident you. At Crawford Podiatry, we blend expert care with modern treatments for comfort and lasting wellness.
Partner with Sandy Audio Visual LLC, award-winning producers of internet broadcasts since 1997. SAV provides turnkey solutions to broadcast live to the web from anywhere and to anywhere. Rent everything from a portable encoder to a fully staffed team of highly trained certified video professionals. Don't leave your next webcast to chance. Call 202-505-4SAV.
Well, we want to say thank you to everyone who came out and ran today, whether you were in person or virtual. It means a lot when you can come to learn and leave to serve. I think that's the mission, and I got it. I nailed it on the money. Depart to serve. I was close. But we want to say thank you to the sponsors who made today happen, starting with Capital Sprints. If this wasn't the vision of the Centennial class of the 1996, we wouldn't have today's 5K fun run. And we hope that we can bring it back for years to come. We want to say thank you to MRC Behavioral Health, Faster Than Tommy, Adventist Healthcare, Sandy Audiovisual, On Point Fitness, Haagen-Dazs, Crawford Podiatry and Aesthetics, Henry & Co., Relevant Connection, and of course we cannot do this without Creation Bayside Creations and you. So thank you so much. It's a wrap for us for 2025, and we will see you again in 2026. Peace. Bye, everybody. My name is Mashonda, and it's been a pleasure. Have a good day.